Patriots have been very un-Patriot-like. After Sunday's loss to Carolina, Tom Brady complained about the officiating. Gronk joined in, saying the refs haven't been consistent enough. You could say the same about New England's league worst defense. Now, Whitlock, we both admire what they've become systematically, but do you trust Belichick to turn the Patriots around?
That doesn't sound like a Belichick team making excuses. That sounds like me, a guy that had some money on the game and didn't like the officiating. Listen, no, I really don't, and that's not a knock on Belichick or Brady they just got too many issues. Their defense has some personnel problems that'll be hard to overcome. Gronkowski just showed up today on the injury report. We've already got Edelman out with an injury. Brady doesn't have a security blanket in Edelman. He's getting hit too often for 40 years old or even for 30 years old. I just don't think the Magic Pixie Dust, the Tom Herman, the Texas coach is talking about. I don't think Belichick's going to be able to sprinkle that on this Patriots team. There's a problem here.
Well, most great coaches, college or pro, are great teachers. They listen, they adapt, and they teach. They take Mark and say, you're a guard, not a tackle. They take Ray and say, we're going to put a little weight on. You're not a safety, you're a backer. Great coaches teach. And that's why Bill Belichick and Pete Carroll's teams are not very good in September and are great later. If you go look at Bill Belichick's record, he experiments, he listens, he watches in September, he adapts, and in October, December. Remember, he turned around a team in the Super Bowl in a half. I think he's the league's best teacher.
He's fixing this.
They've got no pass rusher, but he is a secondary coach. They will get better.
Here's what scares me. And this just goes from years of playing against them.
Yeah.
They were the most well-coordinated team that I played against. And the thing about that is they had players with versatility that played a bunch of different positions. And when you break the huddle, the first thing I want to know is, you in a 4-down line, you in a 3-down line, who are the downs, who are the bigs, and who are the backers? And they'd mill around, and they had a bunch of guys with duality that could play a bunch of different positions. And they became very hard to designate for us. What are they in? Mm-hmm. To be able to do that, you have to have smart players. And they had the smartest players. They had more college graduates on their roster than any other team in the league. You have to have smart players. And I'm just wondering that what you see on a week-to-week basis is breakdowns in the secondary, breakdowns in coverage, breakdowns at the linebacker with guys running wide open, where you run the same formation 2 times in a game against Carolina, and 2 times you've got a wide-open receiver because of busting coverage. That, to me, says you guys don't understand what we're trying to do.
Yes.
And that's
not athletic. It's just you don't know the system.
Right. Now, is it fixable? Not if you don't have smart players. It's not fixable. Like, you can be, there's an old saying I like to say, you can be fast and dumb. We can find a system for you to play in. Mm-hmm. You can't be slow and dumb. You slow and dumb, you're looking for work. And right now, right. Me too. But you better, to fix it, you better have the smart enough players to fix it.
Because the only thing that comes with a smart enough player is chemistry. The wide open plays he's talking about in the Carolina game, I'm sitting there saying, how does that same play happen back to back? And I'm losing my mind watching the television. And I'm saying, there's nobody communicating. It's one thing about the Patriots defense you've always paid attention to. The Willie McGinnises, the Ty Laws, the Brewskis. Man, that was a communicative group. Man, they talking everything out. They calling out formations. They calling out who's getting the ball next. Is it run or pass? And then when you watch them play right now,
they're lost.
You don't see that. You see passes being completed and guys looking like this. Like, whose fault is that?
Well, and also, it should be noted, this team, Belichick sensing Brady's getting to the end of the line, they've acquired a bunch of new guys from different systems. Yes. So this team, I think they're fine. Like, they don't have a pass rush. But a lot of teams in this league don't have a great pass rush. I just think this thing will get better.
They've always been able to create a pass rush through confusion. Man, I've been there. Where we're like, I don't know who to get. Like, what are we going to do? Let's just make something up on the fly. Because you like to have a rule. You know, for me as a player, I mean, I want to have a rule. If I see something, I'm like, here's our rule for it.
Right.
When all of a sudden they show you something that you're like, we don't have a rule for that. That's when, you know, we're all like, who we got? What are we gonna do? And they've always been able to create that, and right now they're not creating it.
The thing that you hint at, and Ray, I know you know, it's like Brady ran that offense and set a tone for the offense. They used to have a lot of glue guys on the defensive side. Who is their glue guy? Who's the hammer on that side of the ball?
Yeah, there's no leader like that. And that's why I think you asked if Belichick can fix this problem. The only way you can fix it is you have to identify who that guy is.
Well, it was Gerard Mayo for a while.
For a while, right.
Ninkovich.
Ninkovich
And when
is gone.
Hightower gets hurt. No, it's a real question. They don't have the guy.